Tripp McCarty and Kevin Pollard coming up next. McCarty Auto Parts, All-Star Trucking out of Hazelhurst, Georgia. The Sonoma dialed in 603, 532 for Kevin Pollard back in the Love Truck. 8 thou advantage going to go to Tripp. Win light going to go to Tripp. Pollard got there first by 2 thou. Had to break out to do it as Tripp was 23 dead 1. Made Kevin's 31 light a moot point. Nick Hastings and Jamie Carroll. Coming up next, Jamie 71 Nova, dialed in 632. OK Sales and Recycling side again. We saw both these guys at Galat during the Summit Racing Equipment 300K. Nick Hastings with a huge wheelie, 18 to a 17. Win light though going to go to Carroll. Hastings getting behind, but Carroll 17 dead 3 had a little something for Nick right there. Apparently the hood, because Nick doesn't have the hood on, apparently the hood weighs about 400 pounds because she went way up in the air. Rickie Dunn and Kevin Pollard, your next pair. Rickie out of South Carolina, 6'10" dial in. 531 for Pollard. In the Love Truck. One red for Rickie. I'll tell you, I've seen a bunch of 001 reds today already. Guy's so close to that perfect. Pollard 35 and 11 thou over. We'll watch his win light come on. 532, 130 for the Love Truck. Tim Alexander and Nick Hastings coming up next. Alexander out of Moxville, the Scamp dialed 665. Chevy Motivation under its hood if it had one, but it doesn't. Nick Hastings, crazy wheelie out of this car, first time down the track. Dialed in 607. He'll be your winner this time. Got to calm down a little bit. Alexander was 4 thou early. 606 on the 607 for Nick. Sean Kauson and Kevin Pollard, your next pair. $588 dialing. Carolina side for Kauson. Going to have the Love Truck coming up on him fast on the OK Sales and Recycling side, dialed in 531. Well, this should be all Love Truck. 537 on the 31 as Kauson gave up a 10th at the starting line. Oh my. Re-entry round, what a matchup. Richard Alford Jr., 614 dialing for Richard. 608 for Nick Hastings in the T1000. Wouldn't want to bet against either one of these guys in any race, much less here in the re-entry round. Identical 14 lights for Hastings and Alford. Win light going to go to Hastings. 14 dead 4. Alford 16 with a 3 on the 14. Not going to be good enough to get that entry back in. Ed Talbert, Kevin Pollard. Folks, you're going to see high gear only. S10, Carolina No Time Production side. 708 dial-in coming against pretty much, folks, believe it or not, high gear only for Pollard in the Love Truck. It leaves in first gear ever so slightly and goes almost instantly to second gear the way he's got it set up. We need round 2 doubles, round 2 green. Let's go round 2 orange. Round 2 doubles, green and orange. Starting line advantage for Pollard. It's going to be Pollard, a 9-pack. Talbert 25, 6 thou under, and still behind by 10 thou. Howie Adams and Mayhem. Mayhem 527 dial in. Carolina No Time production side. Coming up against Nick Hastings, OK Sales and Recycling side. Mosier Engineering, round number 2, continuing on. Just 4 thou difference between Hastings and Adams. And Nick, 16 dead, 1. He left Howie about 1 thou of room. And Howie could not get inside of that. The Disco Nova down in 599 to 531 for Kevin Pollard. Pollard 15 to the good, 533 on to 31. Dead 0 for the Disco Nova, but let go a little later than you should against Pollard. Nick Hastings and Wade Giles, your next pair. Nick Hastings down in 608. Giles out in 629 in the 3rd gen Camaro. Identical reaction times for Giles and Hastings. Top end comes up, it's going to be Nick Hastings. Giles might have let him back around by that 7th thou at the finish line. 632 at 104 for Wade. Hastings 610 on the 608, 108 miles an hour. Again, we have called all cars round 3. All cars round 3 need to be in the lanes or headed that way. Darren Sauers. Sauers gets beat. Kevin Pollard 24 dead 4. Getting the win light over Sauers. Nick Hastings and Brandon Michaels getting on here with Bruzy Transmissions and Converters, round number 3. Michaels 704 to a 608 for Hastings. Hastings should be the T1000, will be the T1000. Brandon down there trying to drive and just gave up a little too much of the start line. Hastings will be your winner. Ed Talbert and Nick Hastings. Hastings 609 dial in out of Shelby, Ohio. Nationwide Auto Works, Pontiac T1000. Up against the S10 of Talbert. Talbot out of Romney, Virginia. Talbot goes red. That's all right. Nick was 001 behind him. 707 with a 7 on the 09 for Talbert. Kevin Pollard and George Harper coming up next. Pollard dialed 538, 61 for George Harper. 3.3 second wait for Pollard, but don't think that'll phase him at all. Pollard will be your winner. 5:31 with the 3 and the 5:30. Getting the win light over George Harper. Andrew Davis and Kevin Pollard going to start out round at number 4. Mickey Thompson round 4. Davis, Fayetteville, North Carolina, the challenger. Dialed in 776. 5:30 for Kevin Pollard. Yeah. Kevin Pollard finding the groove. Davis needs a little miracle at the top end. Not going to get it. Kevin Pollard will be your winner. Davis, 21 and 23 thou over. Does not get it done. Next pair, Nick Hastings and Mark Hunter. So we've gone to the compact car portion of our program. 72 Pinto dialed 767, 81 T1000 dialed in 609. Man, this almost looks like a repeat of the last pass. Win light, there's another repeat. Nick Hastings takes 0001 finish line. Now, Mark Hunter had to break out by 3 thou to be that close, but man, what a pass there by Hastings. So he stays doubled. Kevin Pollard and Rodney Finchum. Finchum dialed 744, 530 for Pollard. Finchum turns it red. Pollard stays doubled. So Jerry Klein and Nick Hastings. Hastings in the Nationwide Auto Works T1000 coming to you from Shelby, Ohio, here on the OK Sales and Recycling side. Against the Malloy Plumbing, Cole Heritage Customs. Sponsored Nova, owned by Gray Kimball, and this weekend driven by Jerry Klein. $15 thou advantage going to go to the T1000. Win light to the T1000. Nick Hastings and Kevin Pollard stay doubled. Klein 40 that time and 13 thou over. Won't get it done. Meanwhile, Nick Hastings 25 and 16 over. Gets you the win light. So here we go. Daniel Young and Kevin Pollard. Pollard, one of the two left. Still doubled. Young dialed 678 in the Firebird. Tell you, he was probably would still be doubled, except he had his radiator cap pop off on him earlier. Got that fixed, back in the game. Again, against Kevin Pollard in the Love Truck. Pollard's on a mission, kids. 008, And the win light will go to Kevin Pollard over Daniel Young. Next up, Smokey Ellis and Nick Hastings. Hastings down 6'10", 6'05" for Smokey Ellis. $11 to a 33 advantage. Hastings win light. Hastings on a double breakout. 17 thou under to 18 thou under for Ellis. Ellis tried to get behind, needed to get more behind her. So here we go with our final pair in our buy run, getting ready to come around. You want to talk about a kind of one of those marquee matchups. All super tough racers at this race. But here's two guys you don't want to ever bet against if you don't have to. And, you know, the few guys down there on the fence right now, could be friendly wagers happening. But who are you going to pick between Nick Hastings and Kevin Pollard? So Pollard, the Love Truck, dialed in 536.08 for Hastings in the T1000. Finish line comes up, it's going to be Hastings staying doubled, 16 dead 7. Kevin Pollard, who's been double low on just about every pass, goes 27, 5 thou under to get there first by 1 thou. But the math was not his friend there. Win light will go to Nick Hastings, and Nick stays doubled. Here we go, folks. Nick Hastings still doubled. Shelby Hall-based Pontiac T1000 609 Allen up against Nathan Sexton. Pulaski, Virginia. 2000 in the older Mustang. He put his one street car to the side, says, I'm going to build a faster street car. Dial in 658. Nathan and Nick. Well, folks, 008 to a 45, and it will be Nick Hastings, 8 dead 6, taking 52, because Nathan Sexton tried to go in reverse at the finish line and still did not get it to work. Your buy run going to go real quick. That's Kevin Pollard. And then once Nick gets back and is ready, it'll be Matt Ricchezza and Nick Hastings. Pollard 534 on the 5.3. 129 miles an hour. Here's our final pair, Nick Hastings and Matt Ricchezza. So Ricchezza trying to keep most of the Mustang Mafia still in. Hastings has taken care of one Mustang already. Probably going to take care of another one. And it'll be Hastings getting the win light over Ricchezza. So here we go. Rodney Lunsford and Nick Hastings going to start things off. Nick dialed 609 in the T1000, 648 for Lunsford in the Nightmare. Double 01 to a 13. And it's going to be Hastings, 11 with the 3 on an 09. Rodney Lunsford, 13 light, 18 thou over. Behind by 7 thou to Nick Hastings. And here's the interesting thing, kids. Nick Hastings has had a bye on his N39 number, has not yet had a bye on his N390 number. He just got that 001 with the N390. Well, folks, when we were so rudely interrupted over and over and over and over and over and over and over again by Mother Nature last night, we were in the quarterfinals with one pair left to run. Already in the semifinals, Devin Dudley, who had the bye, and Nick Hastings, who won, or the other pair. Now the other part of that is going to be either Nick Hastings or Kevin Pollard. Hastings dialed 607, folks. He is sitting on the bye already to the final. It is predetermined. He had a bye in his N39 earlier, but had not had a bye in the N390. Kevin Pollard's had a bye. So Hastings and Pollard. 28 to a 26. Side by side, it's going to be Kevin Pollard dead on 0. Hastings took 12, needed to take 2 or less to get the win light. So it'll be Kevin Pollard versus Devin Dudley. And then Nick Hastings will be going to the bye on his N390 number. So here comes our semifinal pair. Again, sitting on the bye and already in the finals is Nick Hastings. And sitting in the water are a couple of guys that are very familiar with the Loose Rockers winner's circle. Kevin Pollard. Carolina No Time Production side in the Love Truck dialed 531. Going to be up against Devin Dudley. Charlottesville, Virginia, the home base. Mickey Thompson. Mountain Road Transmissions. Sponsored 90 Mustang LX. 655 for Dudley. Pollard 531. 008 to a 20 advantage. Love truck. Win light, love truck. Ever so slight clip of the throttle down there for Kevin Pollard. Devin Dudley took 16, had to break out to get there because Kevin Pollard 8 and 3 thou under gets the win light. In order for Dudley to win that, he would have had to find a way to get quite a bit behind. So it'll be Kevin Pollard and Nick Hastings in the final. So here comes Nick on his bye. Hastings will have lane choice in the final. 002. 605 with a 2 on the 606. Usually Nick on his bye run will get his 330 and be happy with it, but he had a little something he wanted to see apparently. And Nick will come back around for the final here versus Kevin Pollard in just a little bit. What a great final. So here goes, folks, our final coming at you from the Summit Racing Equipment Friday night. Mother Nature chose to intervene several times. Several times. And here we go. In the OK Sales and Recycling side, Nick Hastings, Shelby, Ohio in the T1000. Nationwide Auto Works up against Kevin Pollard from Virginia. Dowday 531. Two of the absolute best in the business. Nick turns it red. 001 for Pollard. 30 with the 5 on the 31. Hastings 05 with a 6 on the 606. Hastings 002 red. Pollard 1 good. And congratulations to Kevin Pollard, your winner of the Summit Racing Equipment. Summit Racing Equipment Friday night event. And wow, what a final that was.